Hey guys, this is Chandler. Today I wanted to talk about Instagram. So Instagram is an incredibly useful tool that we can use to really market our business out. Right now it doesn't cost a lot of money. Facebook's at a point where you really have to pay to play to get involved with it, but Instagram right now is still pretty organic. So a couple things you can do to get yourself working on Instagram is obviously post pictures. So we need to post stuff that's relevant to the market that you're trying to get into, things that people want to see, things that are entertaining to them, and things that are educational and motivational to them. So follow my pillars of great content, motivate them, educate them, and make them laugh. And then when we look at posting on Instagram itself, what we really want to focus on is about once every 3 hours we can make a post. If you do it more often than that, you risk getting people annoyed or irritated. So you probably want to avoid posting any more than once every 3 hours. 2 to 3 times a day is probably ideal for Instagram. It gets you in front of people, but you don't clutter their feed, so they're not going to unfollow you that way. When we look at hashtags, you want to pick about anywhere from 5 to 15 hashtags that are relevant for your local market or your global market. Whatever your market is, we really need to understand what they are. We need to go and look at hashtags. So you can search hashtags on Instagram. So for example, if you use fitness, you can use the hashtag fitness, look at that in the hashtag search on Instagram, and then look at related hashtags and add those to your queue. And then have like a list of 3 sets that you alternate between. So that way you're getting in front of different subsets of the crowds that you want to be involved with. So now when we look at Instagram marketing and the way we want to build our following up is number 1 is posting. Number 2, though, we need to use hashtags. And then number 3, we need to use the search function. So you search for either the specific hashtag you want to market to, or you need to go in there. If you're a local business, you can search for local businesses to go in and follow and like all the posts about them. So if you go to the hashtag, you find one that you like. Now you go in there and you like everybody's posts. You maybe comment on them if it's interesting or if you have something to say. Same thing if you're a local business. You search for like if there's a 24-hour fitness or something and you're a small micro gym. You search for 24-hour fitness. You like everybody's posts who checks in and posts stuff there. And now you've exposed yourself to additional markets outside of what your little market is. These are really good strategies. I don't recommend using bots for this kind of stuff. It's extremely insincere and people are going to notice it right away, especially when you make a comment that doesn't make any sense on someone's Instagram. So go in there and do it yourself. Spend 1 or 2 hours a day doing this and you'll see a big return. People tend to follow you when you show them that you care and when you showcase a lot of value. Just remember, it's going to take some time to build up your following. It might be 1 or 2 years before you have a big, strong, solid following. The last thing you can do on Instagram is utilize micro-influencers or influencers who are using the kind of stuff that you want or who are able to showcase your product to their market. So if you have anyone with 10,000 followers or less who you can give your products to and then they're willing to say thank you and shout you out and show what you're doing, that's a great way to get them to showcase to their network what you're doing and then pull their network into you, which is a good way to build your brand and a good way to build your business in the long-term strategy, because you're essentially siphoning another market into your market by utilizing people who have already built trust with the outside market. So that pretty much covers Instagram. When we look at Instagram stories, I would recommend you post 5 to 7 stories a day. Stories need to showcase a behind-the-scenes look at what's going on. They need to be funny, and they should be extremely real. So your stories are going to be pretty similar to Snapchat in the way they operate. Make sure that they are a lot different than what's on your actual Instagram. It really needs to be behind-the-scenes look or a funny look or something like that. Something that's different. Be unique in your stories. The other things you can do in your stories is you want to location target your information or use the hashtags on the stories, because that's going to expose it to the overall story of that specific location or hashtag that you used, which is going to increase your views by a lot. So you're going to be exposed to a bigger network by doing that. That's huge. The other thing is if you have the capabilities, not everybody does, but you can put links in your stories and then tell people to swipe up to actually consume your link. If you don't have that capability, just put up what you want them to click on and then say, click the link in bio to see more, and they can go out of the story and click the link in your bio. Same thing on regular Instagram. If you want them to click out of Instagram, put that link in your bio. So put the picture, put some words on the picture that say like link in bio for full video or link in bio for full story. Then they know to go from that picture to your bio to click out, to read your blog, to buy your stuff, or to watch your video. Hopefully this was helpful. If you guys have any questions about Instagram, just post them in the comments and I'll take care of you and we'll figure it out. Good luck. Go out there and do something and let me know how it goes.